I put 3/4 of the sugar in with this zest, and I'm just going to kind of mash it all together to get the essence of the zest well mixed into the sugar. And just kind of bruising it a little bit. You don't want to overwork it too much, but it turns like a nice lemony color and it smells fantastic. So over on the other side of the room, I put 1 3/4 cup of white whole wheat flour into my food processor and blended that for a couple of minutes just because it says it's white whole wheat, but it's kind of hard, so I'm going to dump. I really don't want to commit to this much baking powder in it, so I'm probably going to reduce this some. I'm going to put part of it in there and blend it in. And some salt. Doing it like this because I'm lazy and short, and to get the actual container of salt from the top shelf, put it on the step ladder and things and stuff. Dishing out about a half a teaspoon of salt in my hand. Throw that in with the flour. Now my flour mixture is ready to go. So, juice into a cup. There's the flour cup. Dust it out. That'll be fine. So I'm going to take the juice from my citrus over here and drain it out into my cup that I'm measuring with. And it looks like that's going to yield about 1/3 cup of juice, although there's quite a bit of liquid still left in this fruit, which I will be putting in the recipe, so that's fine. Over there. Should break these pieces of fruit into pieces. Probably should have done that earlier, but I'm just going to do it real quick. So then, I'm going to add Greek yogurt in a blood orange flavor. This is a no-fat Greek yogurt. The fruit on the bottom, and I'm not actually going to take the fruit off the bottom, but it does put some flavor into it. And I'm just going to add this to the juice until I have about 2/3 to 3/4 of liquid, which is basically almost the whole thing of yogurt. So, and it's good. So. Interesting factoid. This time last year I could not eat yogurt. I hated it so bad that it made me gag. And then I tried it again a couple of months ago. And now it's good. So, try things. You never know. Alright, so combine my yogurt and my juice. And then I'm going to add into here, so that's about 2/3 to 3/4. I need about 1/3 cup of olive oil, so I'm just going to eyeball that. That seems fine. Nothing special. Alright, so then I'm going to go back here to my sugar, and I'm going to move this off the stove so it doesn't get too hot. That's my oil, my yogurt, and my juice. And what I'm going to do is take my egg yolks. I have previously separated 4 medium eggs. One of them is very small. I was aiming for putting 3 yolks in here and using the 4 whites, but this yolk is so small I think it's not going to count for anything. So I'm going to put my egg yolks in with my sugar and zest mixture, and I'm going to blend that. And that's going to involve noise. No science here, I just did it until it looked lemony again. Making lemon stuff, make everything look lemony. So I add in my olive oil, yogurt, and juice mixture. And ideally this would be on low speed, but this blender only has 1 speed because I work with what I've got. That does not need to be over mixed, so get my zest off of my blender. Yes, I'm eating raw egg. It tastes delicious. And now I am going to add my flour, which, as I previously stated, was in my food processor, being combined with the baking powder. And ideally I would sift this, but I don't have a sifter, so, you know, again, use what you've got. Drink lots of coffee. So, flour, baking powder, salt. I just did that just to get the stuff off. Actually, from this point, I prefer to hand mix things until I get back to adding the whites in, which I'm going to do separately at the end. So my beater needs to be very clean for that. So these will just go in the sink. Spatula. Showing us some faith there. I normally add my flour all the time, but this is real liquidy. Pretty sure it's going to work. Looks battery. A little heavy, but then I'm going to add this fruit, and that will be just right, I think. And going here. That's pretty decent. Add some raisins, dried cranberries, sweetened dried cranberries. Some, not measuring. Never measure. Life is too short to measure everything. So that is pretty thick. So what I'm going to do is add some almond milk, I think. Why almond milk? Because I don't feel like juicing another orange. And it's a cake. It'll be fine with milk in it. There. That's a better consistency. Now it's like coffee cake batter. I'm going to put this in the fridge. And I'm going to attempt to beat some eggs, which I'm not very good at. Be back.